Hi, I'm Katie and this is my YouTube channel. Welcome, I hope you enjoy it and get a lot from it. I take media production at college, which is, for anyone who doesn't know, it's all behind the scenes, so it's like filming, editing, sound, lighting. We do a lot of making adverts and little films, like audio clips, and we just edit it all together and make a really good piece of work. So yeah, I started that about a week and a half ago, and it's really good. Right now we're learning about sound, so we're doing a lot of note taking and preparation for working on a sound piece. So basically I'm off today, as you can see by my lovely dressing gown, and I'm going to be here every single Tuesday talking to everyone who wants to watch, and I hope you all subscribe and comment and do whatever you want. I will reply to every single comment that I get and take any advice or feedback on board. So basically this year has been weird. Like it's September now, so it's the start of a new term and we're all getting used to the new areas that we're in, and this year has been really up and down, really rocky, because this year I was diagnosed with severe anxiety, which, for anyone who doesn't know what anxiety is, in simple terms, it's a mental health issue where you're very anxious and nervous a lot of the time, and with me I get trapped a lot in big crowds and areas where it's really loud and sort of crowded. I don't do well with crowds and a lot of people because I'm really scared of what people think of me, and every time I'm in a crowd or every time I hear someone laughing or looking at me, I get really paranoid and I start shaking and I get really fidgety about it because I think that they're talking about me and I think that they're judging me all the time, which is it's really difficult to sort of grasp. And being in a college, then it's a lot of work towards actually not feeling like that. And yesterday I went to see someone that I work with, like regarding my mental health and my anxiety and things, and I was diagnosed with depression, which was not really a shock to me, but it was in the fact that I didn't want it to be another thing that I had to add onto the list of things that was wrong with me. But then actually knowing that there's something more made me realise that as much as I try and push away the fact that it's important, then it is, and it's not just something that I can brush aside. It's something that I have to deal with, and it's something that I have to fight for the rest of my life. And I'm sort of accepting that I'm gonna have to deal with this for forever, really. And I think that's important for people to realise, that it's not just something that you can just click your fingers and it'll go. It's something that's always going to be there. But I think what's more important to accept is that it's not the only thing that's there. It's a part of your life that you can't get rid of. But it's something that you're going to be able to cope with, and that people are going to help you cope better. Like, I'm on medication right now, and I'm not a fan of being on medication because I don't like having to rely on this little box of tablets to make me feel better, when in my head I'm telling myself to make myself feel better. And accepting that I'm not in control wasn't easy, and it isn't easy to really think that because of what I've got, then I'm not going to be in control of everything that goes on in my head. And that's scary, to think that I'm never going to be in control of it. And that's why I need the help. That's why I need to be able to cope better with it, because I don't want to be afraid of my lack of control. I want to be able to control the fact that I can't control it, if that makes sense. I want to be able to control the fact that I'm responsible for everything that goes on in my life, and that it's up to me to actually want the help, to actually accept that I need it, and to actually make an effort. And I think for anyone to do that, any age, any problem, is really, really amazing. For someone to accept that they need help, because that's probably the hardest thing that I've had to do in my life, to actually realise that I need the help, and that if it's not there, then there's nothing that can be done about it. And the thing is, I want to be a person that at the end of this says that I'm coping with it, not that I recovered. I want to be a person that says I'm learning how to cope, and I'm making myself better. Because anxiety is a part of me that's not going to go away. Nor do I want it to. I want to be better, but I don't want for it to go, because it's a part of me that I've accepted, and yes, it rules my life. But all I want from this is to accept that there's other parts that I can focus on, instead of just focusing on the anxiety and just focusing on the things that are ruining my life at the moment. And I want to be a person that is there for people, and that is always there, that will never judge someone on who they are, because I never had that. And I've been through things where I've lost people that I thought were always going to be there, and now I rely on myself, and I think that's a big pressure that you put on yourself, that you rely on yourself for so much. So I want to tell people that you can rely on me, and that I will always be there, and I will never judge you on who you are, or what you like, or what you are like, because I think it's important to have someone like that. And if I can help someone by being there and being able to talk to them, or them being able to relate to what I'm saying, then I swear to God that I will be, and that I will be anything that anyone wants me to be, if it's going to help them. And this is what I want from life, to be able to help people, and to be able to know that I've inspired someone to get help, or I've inspired someone to be brave and to talk about things. And that's all I want. If that's any consolation to anything that happens in my life, then I'm glad that it's happened. And my experiences have changed me. Some for the better and some for the worse. But this is an experience that's going to stay with me, and it's going to change me. And that's what I wanted. For my own self to change my life. That's what it is. This is my life. I am anxiety. I am depression. I am me.